Dr. Caudle, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
So at the moment, we've got New York, Michigan, Florida, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey accounting for nearly half of all new COVID cases. We've also got a little bit of hope, listening to the president say that everyone who wants a vaccine can sign up for one by April 19th. What's your assessment of where we are at the moment? Are we in a good place to stop a fourth wave?
Well, I still think we have challenges ahead, to be honest with you. I mean, our daily case count is still very, very high. We are still experiencing hospitalizations from COVID throughout this country. Honestly, we can't let up yet. This fight is not over. And you mentioned one of the states is New Jersey. That's actually where I practice. So I live in Pennsylvania, but I practice in New Jersey. It's certainly on my mind, being a physician who works in one of these states that's sort of leading the charge with case counts. This is not over. We have to remain vigilant, wearing our masks, et cetera, doing all that. But getting vaccinated, honestly, is one of the keys here.
And, I want to talk about Michigan very quickly because it's been categorized as the newest COVID epicenter here in the United States. And in fact, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services has just reported that 246 residents who were fully vaccinated were later diagnosed with COVID, and 3 now have died. We're starting to hear more about people who are contracting COVID after being vaccinated. What do you make of all this?
Yeah, so we refer to these as breakthrough cases. We have to understand that with any vaccine, we have breakthrough cases. The COVID vaccines are very, very effective, but they are not 100%. So we're going to see cases like this that happen throughout the country. We know that, the Department of Health, the CDC, et cetera, are investigating these cases. So hopefully we will learn more and just sort of really understand the specifics about them. But it also sort of reminds us, once again, I sound like a broken record, it reminds us of why, number one, we need to be vaccinated, but number two, why we also need to continue mask wearing and social distancing and avoiding unnecessary travel, et cetera, because breakthrough cases can occur.
And right now, the current variant that is the dominant one is the UK variant here in the US. Do you think genome sequencing has improved since the start of the pandemic? I mean, would we even know if there are other variants of serious concern?
So genomic sequencing has improved since the start of this. We really weren't doing a great job in the beginning, but many would argue that we're still not doing a great job now, to be honest with you. It's improved, but we still have a ways to go. We still need to be doing more genomic sequencing. And that is going to be, and is very important. There are, likely other variants out there, and there is probably more that we need to know on that front. But yeah, genomic sequencing, is it important? Absolutely. Have we improved? Yes. But is there still ways for more improvement? Yes, there is.
And finally, as you know, I like to watch your videos on YouTube. So I just saw this recent one where you spoke about allergies and people struggling with those. Let's take a look at it.
My nose is stuffy. My nose is running. I got tissue I'm carrying around with me all day long. My throat is scratchy. I'm sneezing. My eyes, oh my gosh, guys, my eyes, they're itchy. They're irritated. They get red. And my ears, oh my God, when my allergies are really, really bad, my ears start to itch. Does this happen to any of you?
That is a great way to describe it. And I wonder too, is it worse, do you think, this season because so many people have been indoors, they haven't really gone out as much, been exposed to, some of the things that we are typically exposed to, where we kind of rev up our bodies for this season?
Well, look, I'll speak anecdotally about this because everything I said is true. I really am struggling with allergies. What I know is my allergies are worse this season than they have been in past seasons. And I think a lot of people are suffering with allergies. This is actually, I'll be honest with you, I keep talking about wearing masks for COVID, but one of the things I say in that video and one of the things we have going for us is wearing masks actually will help us with allergies too. It will help keep that pollen out of our nose and our mouth a little bit. So yeah, there's a lot of things we can do for allergies, and keeping our windows closed and stuff like that are going to be very, very important. And I talk about that in the video. But yeah, my allergies are pretty bad. And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, are suffering as well.
There is a lot of pollen this year. I just noticed how, my car will be covered with, it's like, yellow.
Yes.
It just seems worse this year for some reason. All right, Dr. Jen, always great to talk to you. We'll hopefully see you next week. Have a great weekend. And early, it's Friday Eve is what we call it here. So
yes.
we celebrate Friday on Thursday. All right, good to see you.
You too.